Hey guys, it's Claudia. Thanks for joining me for another video. This year has already proven to be one for the history books. You will never forget where you were and what you were doing when the pandemic hit. Have you ever wondered what it would have been like if you were abroad and on a working holiday visa? About a month after the virus hit Australia, myself and our other tour guide Billy decided to catch up with a few of our amazing travellers and see how they've been adjusting to the pandemic. Take a look.
Yeah, I know the money and like the pandemic because no one planned for it.
Oh yeah, like if we knew that it was going to be this bad, we would have at least brought a few more days in Europe together.
But to be fair, one thing I can say is because a lot of people from the Welcome to Travel group, obviously most of them went home back to the UK and back to Canada or wherever. I haven't thought once of going back to Ireland because I just feel like we're way better off here than we would be back home, which I'm surprised I haven't thought of before.
Yeah, I feel like Australia has done very well to keep the rules in place.
We're very lucky.
Yeah, they've been tough on us, like during the lockdown, but I feel like Australia is one of the first countries that'll definitely get out of COVID first, and then everything will be back to normal soon.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good that you didn't like regret staying.
No, not at all.
No, not at all.
I think we're in the best position we could be right now compared to back home.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely been one of the safest countries for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there's so much to do. It's not like it's
like in Ireland. It's just bad weather 24/7.
There's not much to do.
Like the closest beach to us is like an hour's drive away. Yeah. So this is like a dream for us.
Yeah, it's like heaven. And like it's not even just the beach. It's just like if we didn't come to Australia and we didn't meet the people that we met, like I don't think we would have enjoyed ourselves as much. Because even if we were on our own, like I just feel like we would have been even isolated more. But because we're such a big group, even though it's only like 7 of us, like there's always something for us to do. We always have a chat. There's always stories to tell. It's nice.
My favorite experience so far, I had a great time in Turkey because I was staying there, and the first month I had the best deal. I was working in a hostel as per accommodation. I had 2 waitressing jobs. I was walking a dog, and sometimes I was cleaning a house. And then I lost everything because of Corona. So I think that experience in general was a lot of emotional challenges. But I think using, do you know the Adopt a Backpacker Facebook groups?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I found my 2 latest accommodations.
Ah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like trusting in strangers a lot, because when I say to my parents and friends, like, yeah, where are you gonna stay? Well, I started talking to this stranger on Facebook, basically, but I think that is a great experience. That was not something I was expecting to use a Facebook page to find a place to stay and a safe place to be right now during COVID-19.
So you feel like people have actually been surprisingly generous?
Yeah, I feel like especially, I've actually stayed with, she's originally from Holland, and the guy I was staying with before, he was a Kiwi. So I haven't actually stayed with any local Australians except for Sean in Turkey. But in general, like the local community is really reaching out for backpackers right now. Yeah. So I think that's a good thing to take from all this.
Yeah, that's so good. Because I feel like, I don't know if you noticed, but the media has been so harsh on backpackers.
It's not been so, in the beginning it was a bit scary actually. I was thinking of going back because it's like, I don't want to be discriminated for being a backpacker. I would never thought that would even be a problem. So most people have been supportive, and offering somewhere to stay is quite a big deal for many people who, like, we don't have a place to stay right now because we don't live here.
Yeah. Do you regret staying, or do you think you made the right decision not going back to Norway yet?
Yeah, no, I'm 100%. Okay, I'm not 100%. I never am, but I'm pretty sure I made the right decision just because, now they're actually starting to lift restrictions. Yeah. So hopefully soon, if I don't get a farm job, I can get hospitality work again. And in general, in Norway, they shut things down pretty fast. So there was a point where a lot of people were stuck in other countries traveling back home. Like they were stuck in the Middle East or in Asia or in South America. So at that point, I didn't want to start traveling just because it didn't feel safe. And no, in general, until now, things in Norway have been shut down. So people don't work, you can't do anything. And at least here, if you're smart, you can be in an environment where you can still work. And as long as you're social distancing, you can still go for walks and you can still enjoy nature and everything.
It's taken a wee while to settle in, but it's definitely been probably the past couple of months I've more realised that I really am kind of on my own in it. I just had to like throw myself into situations when I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if I was going to get like work up here. I knew I had this place to stay, but it could be another few weeks before I'm working, but at least I've got people around me in the same sort of position, so which is not bad.
What have all your families said of you've just like a massive pandemic? A massive pandemic.
It's so much worse there. We just be stuck at home with them, so they're like, no, stay out there as long as you can.
Oh, that's
As
because
long as you have the
they've all been
money.
relatively positive, being like, stay, you're doing well. Yeah. Do you think if you weren't all together, you would have stayed for this long?
No chance. No way. Definitely no.
That answer was perfect. You all shook your heads before you said no. It was just,
We all made a pact to discuss it. If we were thinking about going home, we were like, tell everybody if you want to do it, and we can all talk about it. Yeah.
So we can all force.
yeah. Was there ever any point where when any of you thought maybe I would? Like, was it kind of?
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, just wait. I think.
Just wait. Yeah.
Yeah. When was that?
Weekly.
Every day.
Just before we got here, because I don't have much money left at all.
Yeah.
And I came out with a little bit less than I should have in the first place.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously I was ringing every farm, like to the database you gave us. Every single day, 2-3 weeks, I rung every single farm, every single day. Nothing was coming out, and then just watching my bank go down, and then we came here.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't afford rent, nothing.
Yeah.
So
It's fine now.
Yeah. I got paid from work accidentally.
Oh,
So I had a full month's pay from work for no reason whatsoever out of the blue. So that's given me another like 2 months plus.
Oh, how good is that? That is a that is a lifesaver. And so now, are you still just waiting? Is it kind of a day by day thing, or?
Yeah. More and more people are getting on farms now, though.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be too much.
There was nothing when we first got here, but now since being here, loads of people have already got farm work now.
Yeah.
It's looking better. Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
I don't know why, but mental health is like so much better now.
Yeah.
That's
So nice.
Yeah.
I feel like even though we're like in the middle of a pandemic, I'm so much less stressed.
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah.
We're here now.
And now COVID. Wow, what a time.
COVID's been great, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm not bad about it now.
Yeah, like I've been kind of praying for just a break from the shitstorm.
Yeah.
And like I went from 4 months working full time in Sydney to the Thailand dramas, to having the visa rejected, to barely having enough money to book a flight to New Zealand. And then I got to New Zealand with nothing. I got the job, it was great. Built myself back up, and now COVID happened, and I've just had time to relax and to breathe a bit. So it's been good. I feel more rejuvenated mental health wise.
Lots of walks. Yeah, we've walked around Flagstaff Gardens a bunch, Carlton Gardens.
Yes, that's good. Anywhere where we can walk where we're not going to be in breathing distance from other people.
Yeah, Shrine of Remembrance. And then now we're exploring like Albert Park and like the beaches and stuff. So it's been great.
Yeah, I didn't even think that when I said that. You've not only got together, but also got together at the start of a pandemic and then been locked in an Airbnb together. So that's really saying good luck. Here you go.
I think we got pretty lucky in that we're both kind of on quite similar wavelengths, and this is what we like to live with. And he's tidier than me, definitely. I'm not a complete disgusting mess, but you're definitely neater. But yeah, I think we get on really well and have done kind of travel really. So it's kind of luck that we've ended up clicking so well and not wanting to kill each other when you're in an enclosed space, because I think a lot of people might not necessarily.
How did the families take the, oh, by the way, I'm staying in Australia through the pandemic and I've got a boyfriend?
Oh man.
Your mum's been very sweet, hasn't she?
Yeah. No, she likes that you're with me. Yeah. That's about it for my family. I mean, well, no, they like that you're here.
We haven't kind of met each other's families on Zoom yet.
Yeah.
We're kind of working up towards being just hello. It's an awkward way to meet the parents.
Yeah, through a Zoom call.
Yeah.
And they might struggle with something on their end, and then it could be a whole ordeal, so.
Yeah, my mother will just be up at the camera like this, because she's still grasping how to use video calling technology.
Yeah, it is a little bit strange, isn't it? But at the same time, even if you weren't in a pandemic, when you're overseas, you don't really have any other way to speak to them. It's funny how Zoom's all when this all first started, everyone was like, oh, Zoom calls, that's strange, that's weird. And now it's just the thing that everyone does. I'll just have people messaging me on a Tuesday night being like, oh, what do you got to spare half an hour? We'll jump on a Zoom call. And it's just everyone sitting on their couches drinking red wine. How did you find a job in amongst all of this?
Yeah, I found it through Seek. Yeah, so I just make or build computers and just deploy them at a hospital, the Alfred. And so I just set up all the computers, and what we've been building is laptops because everybody's moving remote in the hospital.
Yeah.
So I've just been setting up laptops and then setting up new computer stations to maintain social distancing requirements and everything.
Oh,
it's been pretty good.
And you were ready, in terms of where you were with work and social life and finances. You were just now is the time, or
yeah, I had a goal, and I got to that goal, and I was like, let's go, and I think I was like, oh yeah, 2020, that'd be great. But
it's too depressing. Elephant in the room with COVID-19, old mate.
Literally. Went off on my own. I really enjoyed it. I was meeting all these people. But then obviously when I got to Townsville, just before that, what's that called?
Magnetic Island and stuff?
Yeah, so just before Magnetic Island, that's when it all kind of started happening. And when the whole distance thing started happening, I didn't want to socialize with anyone. I did and I didn't, and I think that was the toughest thing, was actually being alone. I guess by choice, actually, because I wanted to get home. Well, I didn't.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go back with potentially the virus. So I think it was just, that was the annoying thing, was actually being alone.
And because it's adjusting to something that wasn't part of the plan when everyone started isolating and things like that. But in general, after your tours to then being a full-on solo traveller, that's a huge change.
Yeah, so it's just it's really hard. I enjoyed it, but at the same time it's just really difficult. It's really difficult. But I think that's it kind of puts, if this virus isn't going on, so before we had the distance, it was really pushing me to speak to people, to go and socialise. So that was the good thing about being solo, is that you are you forced yourself to be social.
I really miss home.
Yeah.
I really miss my room. I miss my apartment. I miss my family. I miss my but and hostel life is cool.
Yeah.
Not forever. Probably not forever. I want my own room again. But yeah, I will survive this.
Do you think if the three of you weren't together, you would all three of you would still be in Australia?
Yeah, I get for myself this. It's pretty hard because I also when we arrived in Brisbane, we had like I by myself had like this up and downs in my mood, and where I was like, okay, I want to fly back. I booked a ticket tomorrow. I fly back, and it's like, no, I don't fly back, and yeah. But I guess I will stay here. I wouldn't stay here if I was traveling by myself. I guess I would stay here. Anyways.
Is you as well, Aaron?
Yeah, same. Like, I've had ups and downs. So, like, I've looked at flights back home, but then, like, I just stay here. Like, keep going.
Same with you, Ollie?
Not really. I had a call with my parents if we arrived in Brisbane, and I told them, because of the situation with money, and I said I would prefer to stay, and let's see what's happened. My parents say, yes, it's fine, you can stay, so long as you want to, don't need to come back. And for me also, I don't want to go at home. I want to stay here this full year with this virus and want survival on a special case.
Assuming things can go back to normal at some point, do you have any future travel plans, or are you just like, nah, I don't have any idea, I'm just like, don't see a point in planning anything yet, or what?
Definitely, like, as soon as Australia opens back its borders, like, I'm there. I'm here for it. I want to finish traveling Australia just because, like, I feel like I didn't get to do as much as I wanted to. Yeah. Especially since, like, I flew to New Zealand thinking I was coming back, and so I left this suitcase in the office. Yeah. But, like, yeah, I definitely want to go back. I want to do, like, South America, too. I want to do Africa, I think would be super cool. Yeah. There's so many places in the world. You just got to see them all.